is? It's such a weird day. It's a weird day. It's weird because I went to work at 8:30 a.m. Why would y'all make me do this? Why would you make me do this? For a retreat, that's why. So I was really like, I don't want to go. I don't care. It's a waste of my time. I have projects I could be working on. I had things I could be doing. Why would I go to this retreat and sit around with a bunch of people who I don't know and I don't care about and like talk about things? Like, I don't know. And they made us do this like personality test or whatever, which like, it's fine and dandy. It's just like, it was so long and I didn't really understand the purpose of it. I didn't really care. I like still don't really care. But it basically told you like how you kind of work with people, I guess, in a sense, where it's like how you process things, how you work on things, and how that relates to like your job. And that's cool. There's 4 different categories that you can get. It's relator, critical thinker, visionary, and warrior. So warrior is those people who like need action. They need action. They need to take action. Like they are like, this is the plan, we're doing it now. This needs to be done, we're doing it now. And I was like, that's pretty me. Like that is so me. Like that's me. Like literally I'm like, I impulsively buy things because I'm like, oh my God, that's like perfect. That's like exactly what I need. And then I buy it and then it's perfect and it's exactly what I needed. However, did I need to buy it in that moment? No. But I did. For one, like my couch. Like my couch, I did not need a couch. I got my couch and I love it. So, but those people like, they are super like action driven. Like they don't care about anything else. They are just like, we need to get it done. We're gonna get it done, period. And I was like, that's literally me. That's me at work because I'm like, I have all these things that I came in as an outsider and I saw these things were messed up and things needed to be like stabilized and standardized. I was like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do. Bam, 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 bam. Get it all done out the way, check it off of my mental task list, be good. And then we have visionary, which they basically like just have a lot of thoughts. Like it's kind of like a warrior where they don't like really have plans, but like they just like think so bigly that it's like you miss details. You are not like really focused in on like a certain goal. It's like you get caught up with yourself because you're like, oh my God, like we should do this and this and this and this and this and this and this. And I'm also kind of that slightly because I'm like, okay, I have so many ideas. However, I cannot go without making those plans or like figuring out a way to actually like like get through those like challenges and stuff. So that one I was like, okay, like that makes sense. Like that could be me, sure, yeah. But then you have critical thinker, and these are critical thinkers. I don't know, like they just like think about everything. They make sure that there's no problems, like nothing will come up. They make sure that everything is covered for, everybody's covered for, like it works. They make their plans super specific. The downside to that is that they take longer to get things done. And that's cool and fine and dandy. And then we have the relator, which I was like, me down for real. Because these people make sure that everybody's okay. They make sure that like everybody has a say, everybody has a voice. They collaborate with people. They make sure like everything works perfectly. And that's like literally me. In my new position, I came from a student position, became a staff member, and now I'm using my power as a staff member to then talk to students and make sure that they're good and all like that kind of stuff. Like that's kind of like where my vibe is. And I was like, that's literally me. Literally, that's me. So those are the 4 categories. I ended up getting relator as my number 1, which makes sense. Critical thinker is my second, which I'm like, okay, yeah, like I get the details, I get it. Visionary is 3, and I was like, okay, I have a lot of ideas sometimes. And my number 4 was warrior. And I was like, are y'all calling me a gay ass bitch? Like, oh my God, like I just got here and they're like, sissy fag. What did I do? I'm not a warrior. And I was like, there's no way. Like I fight with people all the time. I'm like, we need to get this done now. I don't care how we do it. I need it now. I need action now. For some reason, it was just like, no, you're not a warrior. It was like super low too. It wasn't even like regular. It was like super low. So I was like, there's like, I really couldn't think of a way, like reason why it was like that, how I got that score. But then I kind of like the best like reasoning I can come up for it was that I had, if I do push people to kind of be like, we need to get this done now, and I reach out to people and then they kind of like push back or like say like I can't, or it's not that urgent, or like they don't respond, I don't like double down. I don't like get on them and be like, hey, I'm a warrior, we need to get this done, we need action right now. Like, I don't do that. So that's like maybe why I can like see why I didn't get that high score on that. But like, still, I feel like I'm pretty persistent in being like, we need to get this done now. I need to get this done now. I can do it right now. I just need the help of other people or other departments. So like, can we like do this? Like, can we do this? But yeah, it was interesting to see those kinds of scores about myself, and also like other people that I work with, obviously. But like with me, like specifically, it was like kind of cool to see like how I kind of work with people and like my kind of strategies for working through processes and challenges and whatever. I wish that there was one that I like, or it was more focused on like me as myself and not like me as a working machine, a working cog in the machine. Like, that's all fine and dandy and like helps when we're trying to talk about ways that we can improve like working conditions, but like it doesn't tell me like me as a person, which I do know me as a person. It would just be nice to be validated in the sense of like, this is like a lot of people feel this way, or this is like exactly what it's called, or like exactly how you are. And I get that we're dynamic beings and we kind of change, and it depends on the day, and it depends on who you're talking to, and it depends on the motivation that you have and like what you're actually trying to work on. But like, I am a warrior. I'm a warrior, please, I'm a warrior. I am fighting these people left and right. I'm fighting every day of my life. So I could not believe that I didn't get warrior. I couldn't believe it. But yeah, like another big reason for like doing these retreats is so that people can meet each other from different departments and everybody can get together and like have fun, discussions, whatever. And also like, it's super important for like feedback for supervisors. I have beef with everybody. I know I do. I usually keep it to myself because when I was a student worker, I was like, okay, well, I can't just like talk shit about all my supervisors. I can't just talk shit about the management. I can't talk shit about the school. Like, I like everything. I can't just be like, no, especially because I was like in a student position, because the workplace culture that they acclimated onto us, that's not right, that we acclimated to, was that you are the student employee and that is it. You don't have a say. You can't talk to us. You can't say hi to us. I will lock the office. Don't come in my office. Don't talk to me. Me, I am a little like more pesky, and I've been working hard, and I show my worth and people know my worth. So I was able to get like a kind of like past that kind of idea of like, oh, I can't say anything, or like my voice doesn't matter or whatever. I still felt like that, and that's more so me just being shy. But like, I still felt it as a student, and like I knew that other students were also like really uncomfortable speaking up about anything, literally anything. So then now as a staff member, I'm like, okay, well, I can use my authority, I can use my power to then fight for these students, and that's all fine and dandy. However, like, I still feel like I can't just like go up to my supervisor and be like, hey, I don't like this, we need to change this, or we need to do this, or whatever. Like, it's like always like a cop out of like, oh, we can't do that because of this person or this department or whatever, so then I'm gonna stop trying. And it's like, you asked once before and they said no, ask again, give more better reasons, fight for it, actually advocate for it, and then maybe there'll be change. Like, it's like in my script writing class, my professor was like, any question that we had regarding like the industry or script writing, or like, why can't I do this, or why can't I write like this, or like whatever the case may be, she would be like, immediately would be like, it's industry standard. Like, you can't do that because it's industry standard. And it's like, if industry standard is to be misogynistic and racist and homophobic and transphobic and literally all of those, it doesn't make it right. Like, it doesn't make it right. It doesn't mean that we should just be like, okay, well, that's just how it is in the industry. Especially when you're training and teaching people that are going to be in the industry, they are the ones that could then change things when all the old farts die. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand this. And it's the same thing here at my job, where it's like, they're like, I tried, they're not gonna say no. They're not gonna say yes. They're not gonna help. So we give up, we just give up, and that's it, we move on. Like, there's still the problem at hand. We still have this problem. I decided to speak up during our little discussion group, which I was so, I was so nervous about, and not in like, I don't know, it was so weird because I was like, in my little group with the four of us, and I'm talking my shit, and I'm like, I was a student worker, it was bad then, it's bad now, I'm a staff member, it still hasn't changed, like, I'm still struggling to kind of speak up and like make change because of all these other things. And then it came time to like speak to the group, the whole group. And there was only like 20 of us in there or something. So it wasn't like that crazy. And I know all these people. So I was like, it's really not that crazy. But then my supervisor was also in the room, and my old supervisor was also in the room. And like other people that are like above me that still tell me how to do things and like speak to me, like they were also in the room. And they were like, oh, do you like have anything else to say? Like my group. And then like one of us spoke, and then it was my turn. And I was like, and I like whatever in my body, like I think just like the warrior in me, man, the warrior in me came out. Like I was so upset that I didn't get a high warrior score. So my warrior came out, and I literally was like, communication is so bad. And I felt it as a student worker, and I feel it now. Granted, I did say it in a more like nervous, shy, like I was so like my whole body like was shaking. Like I just felt like so uncomfortable, and like I don't know what, like my brain I guess was like, don't speak, I know what you're thinking. Like it was like, don't do it. And then my body was like, girl, stand up, stand for your rights, stand and advocate for all the other students, advocate for all the other staff members that have supervisors that don't listen to them or don't let them speak, like stand up. And so I was still there, and I was like, I felt it as a student worker. Communication is not good, especially when we make changes so often and so drastically that affect everybody. Why are we not speaking to these people? Why are we not communicating with them these changes? Why are we not communicating to them the problem at hand, asking them if they have any suggestions for solutions, because this is their job? When you have staff, when you have supervisors that change policies that affect student workers when they're at the desk, why would you not ask them? Why would you not go up to them and be like, hey, we're having this problem. What do you think about it? What kind of solution do you think? This is the solution we came up with, but we don't work the desk. We never go out. We stick in our office and we work on projects and stuff. We don't ever go out to you guys. We don't actually go out on the front lines. What do you guys think we should do? And then see if they have any suggestions, see if they have any like valuable input as people who work on that actual thing that is having a problem. And like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you make changes to things you don't know anything about? That's like me coming from my library. I came from my library, and we had a sophisticated way of doing things that I was used to, that I was okay with. Me come into another library on campus, now why would I be like, okay, well, we did it at night and it worked there, so we're gonna do it here? No, I was going around asking students like, what's the usual process? How do you feel about it? What could be changed? What could be better? Like, and then I make a decision to then decide, what am I actually gonna change? It's such an obvious like A to B point. Well, I guess A to B to C, but it's like, it's just one extra step that you have to do to then make everybody's lives better. Like, you don't see me living in this place and going up to my landlord and being like, hey, so I think that you should do this better. I think you should do this. I think you should change this. Meanwhile, it's like, things are in place because they need to be. There's a reason why things are in place. There's a reason why things are like this. However, you could also say that about the industry thing, where it's like, this is industry standard. Like, everything is like this because of whatever. And it's like, well, no. Well, no. So it's a weird balance of like, we need just open communication. And that was like the bare basics of like what I was saying was like, TLDR, communication needs to be wide open. Like, I'm so serious. Stop holding secrets, stop telling people things late, stop like being weird. Like, it pisses me off. I don't understand how people are just like open to doing this. And I also brought up like the hierarchy of like levels. And I understand that it's like the big heads of everything that make the big decisions need to make their big decisions and need to have their meetings, and not necessarily like smaller people, smaller employees like me need to be in those meetings making decisions and being there with them. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that if the big wigs are making decisions that affect us as workers, we need to be involved. whether it's a survey, whether it's just like a Teams message, like, hey guys, like your department is using a lot of money. What do you think we could get rid of? Instead of being like, the statistics say that you guys are not using this computer, we're gonna get rid of it. Mind you, that computer saved somebody's life. They didn't know that. It wasn't in the statistics. So like, I don't know. Or like this room wasn't counted. Like every time we do floor count, we count the rooms and the people in the rooms. And this one room doesn't have people in it because it's the half hour of 2:30 or whatever. And mind you, at 3 p.m., everybody and their mama is using the room. But our statistics say that nobody uses the room ever at 2:30. But if you would ask me at the desk or a student worker, you would say, I have people asked to go to that room every single day at 3 p.m. But the statistics say nobody uses the room. And that's why I'm like, open communication is so important. It just doesn't make any sense to me how you can just like think that you know everything and you're better than everybody, especially when you come from another library. Your home base is all the way over there. Go over there and make decisions over there. We have somebody who's like the head of our branch. Why are they not the ones making decisions? And why are you not fighting with Mr. and Mrs. Bean over here to like stand your ground, to stick up for what you know? Like, girl, you work here every day. You know what's going on. Why can't you like fight for us? Like, I don't know. And that's why I'm like, as a staff member now, it's my duty to work for these student workers, and that's what I'm going to try to do. And at this point, it's like, I really don't have anything to lose. Like, I'm not going to kill myself if I don't have this job. It will suck that I won't have a job, but like also like blessing in disguise, because like if I speak up about things that suck and are bad, and then your response to that is like no, or like that's dumb, or like shut up, why would I want to work for you? Why would I want to work for you? Especially when we have these retreats and we have these blog posts and we put it up everywhere, like literally advertise everywhere that like we love our employees, and employees like they like grow with us, and it allows them to like go out into the world after and move on and grow and get better jobs and be smarter. And mind you, I just got called a faggot in the bathroom by my manager. Like not really, but like it's all a front. It's all of like just being like to the patrons, being like, oh, look at us, we're perfect. Look at us, we're amazing. Look at us, we're so cool. Look at us, we're nice. Like it just doesn't translate correctly. It's like, it's a farce is what it is. And I think that this is like a problem with like all jobs. I think it's all companies, all departments, all like workplaces. Like this is normal. I think it's just annoying that it's my problem. I think overall the retreat wasn't really that bad today. It was actually kind of nice. And it was nice seeing everybody. I was also talking about how a lot of people feel isolated, like student workers, like my student workers at my library feel isolated from those people at the other library because they don't see them, they don't know them, they don't speak to them, they've never met face to face, they've never worked together, they've never like messaged each other, like literally they don't know them. So it does feel isolated, like being in another place, and it's like, this person is my supervisor. They don't even work over here. They don't even speak to me. They don't know my name. They don't know my face. Like, it's weird. I think it's weird. And I think as a manager, it should be your place to like put yourself out there, I guess. Like, yes, you're doing the hard work. Yes, you're putting things together. Yes, you're working on things consistently that's supposed to better the lives of everybody in the world. But you're not even like saying hello. Like, you're not even coming by and checking in on them or asking them how they are or asking them what could be fixed and what could be better. Like, this is the problem. This is the main problem. It's just like communication and also just like managerial weirdness. That is really the problem. And this also came up during the student strike, where the students in the union would come up, and as a student worker, I had them come up several times a week, several times a day, several times an hour, literally hordes of them, bullying and harassing people because they don't know what's going on. And it's like, who are you?
Oh, who is you? I'm your grandmother.
Who are you? Who are you? And also, it's rude when you have the same people come up and they don't recognize that they've already spoken to you. It's so rude, and it's so funny that these people are like, we're working for you. We are the union for you. We need your help because we are helping you and we care about you. Mind you, these people don't know my name. These people don't recognize that they already spoke to me today. These people don't notice that I literally work at all the libraries and they've already spoken to me 3 times before. How are you fighting for me? How are you caring about me? You don't even know who I am. You don't even know my name. But yeah, that's just like my corporate adult job rant for the day, I guess. But overall, I am hopeful. I am optimistic. I am positive that change may come. And if it doesn't, I guess I will just have to fight for every day of my life. And I'm okay with that. I've been fighting for my life. I'll continue fighting for my life. And we'll see what happens, I guess.